This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Todd, it's a pleasure. And
there's the bell for round 1. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He just misses with that jab. These two were made for each other. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
did you see the nerves of a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's a scoring blow. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of them. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it cheers them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
The straight right just misses. Jab does not score. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down! Do you believe it? And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Shot from the gut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Look at his cut.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your boxer back together. You've done all that work. Great work. I love it. I love it. That jab slick. You gotta get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back. That right hand's beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few. Get out there, and let's reset. Forget about the round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there and win the next one. Yeah?
The bell rings and we start the third. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
God, that was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on. No free shots, yeah? You're doing good, kid. You're doing good. In the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round. Okay, your mind back and your focus back.
On to the fourth we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. You don't want to trade shots. That big hook doesn't land. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Wilder in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Don't give him anything. Go back out there and win this round, all right? But you'll take him out.
He's too tired. He's not getting back up.
Tired fight. And now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his confidence away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in.
On to the fifth we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Both men step back for just a moment. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Where did that come from? Down she goes. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Wilder in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I like that round. Good work. You were thinking, you were saying. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it.
Don't forget the jab, don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you...
Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and put him back in his place.
In that, bury it up, great work.
You're doing on the job. That was a terrible round, that was. Come on. You let him
Doing what you're doing, the gaps will appear. You stay
in
focused.
your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together.
You were thinking, you were smart.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Better than that, kid. Just go back out there.
Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work. You're doing good.
Let's start the sixth. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Good counter punching. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? That jab just missed with the left hand. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different? Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You'd like to see more jabs. That jab was blocked. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Defense is not an option for these two. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. The straight right just misses. Hold that thought! Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. As bad as boxing judging. There's the bell to start round 8. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't find a home for that jab. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The jab misses. They exchange punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. It is a draw. No winners and no losers here.
A draw. Ooh, listen.
Yeah, the hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and safe with lock and key and combination. Keep it low and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, and keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They will let me when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all that hating that they doing.
It is nighttime, and we are live outside at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Deontay Wilder. He is the Bronze Bomber. 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach. And they'll be facing Muhammad Ali, 191 centimeters tall with a reach of 198.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you don't actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
Deontay Wilder, Bronze Bomber, one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. His knockout percentage is off the chart.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Punch, counter punch. Missing with the left hook. He misses with that jab. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
It's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
Here we go. It's round two. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Do you believe what we're seeing? Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Is this the beginning? The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down! Do you believe it? A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Where?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are ready.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Back on the job. Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get focused on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Those 1-2 straights down the middle, can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back. And we'll go again. Let's get out there. Get your boxing back together.
There's the bell to start round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. They're both trying for a knockout. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with the hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And the Bronze Bomber goes down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
Talk about Wilder in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Come on. Breathe. Breathe. Nice round. Good round.
And there's the bell to start round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised.
Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice job to block that uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
You gotta get out there and win this round, kid.
Yes, I like that.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Got him there. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Tried to land a left hook, but it was blocked. And he scores with the counter. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Wilder in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
You win this next round for me, kid. Now listen, kid, I need you to...
Hand is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there.
On to the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
You'd like to see more jabs. The perfect counter lands. So much firepower here. Oh, Wilder just got clipped, and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. Nice. Hold it right there. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. But somehow weathered the storm.
What recovery skills they are.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Just the same again.
You're way better than this guy. You're way better.
Here. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Back together. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round.
But we don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Just get him on.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
Round 7, here we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got...
Hold on a sec, and down goes Wilder! And that body shot folded him like an old T-shirt.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you continue?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I like that round. Good work.
He with 6. Just get your rhythm back. And we go again.
In your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried.
Mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box, be smart, get your shots off, don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
There's the bell to start round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
I need...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort. I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this? Study my movements. Go opposite of the grain. See, I never heard of vacations. Bro, that word to me is insane. I'd rather put hands in the
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all. Saul.
This bout is scheduled for...
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night. Because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Right hook is finding its target. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Did you see that? Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Looks like trouble was averted.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter punch. Trying to land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. That counter punch caught him clean. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tape.
Take the shots off.
And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They block the uppercut. Halfway. Oh, wait a minute. Crawford's legs are all over the place. And down goes Crawford. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Singleton, are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
Lose the match. You got to get out there, switch off, and get your butt.
Let's get it started in round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
One punch. Hold that thought! Crawford is dazed. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Crawford in trouble. catastrophe there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next...
Here we go to the fourth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Counter punch caught him clean. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That uppercut doesn't land. Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Feel good. Stay focused. Get your boxing back together and get back out there and win the round.
Smart. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up.
It's not over yet. You got to go back out there and win this.
On to the fifth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. A much better game plan here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They landed a good jab there. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Caution is being thrown to the wind. Punch, counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for that.
That's going to be a tough one.
There's the bell for round 6. Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Right hook catching air. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Punch, counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
We're switching off.
Here we go. It's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he misses with that straight left. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare if you are not fit.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford may be ready to go down. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good work. Good man, good man. Just
Get your mind back on the job. That was a god-awful...
there. Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there.
Thank God. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and put him back in his place. You've completely switched off. Get your mind
Out. Go out there and finish him. Just keep him on.
You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better.
That's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so he can't.
You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in.
Fucking nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
In the first minute, stick him in.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Energy and endurance are not an issue. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch perfect. That must hurt.